Now at 10, the man convicted in the deaths of two girls from Welch, Oklahoma is set to be released from prison. Plus, the state of Oklahoma offering bonuses to attract new teachers. And the Crawford County Historical Museum gives people a chance to enjoy the Wild West with Cowboy Days.
The four states' most watched news starts now.
The man sentenced for the disappearance of two girls from Welch, Oklahoma is set to be freed from prison. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Jalen Banks. Our own Cale Chapman joins us in studio now with more.
Thank you, Jalen. In 2020, Ronnie Busick pleaded guilty in the disappearance of Lori Bible and Ashley Freeman. According to the Oklahoma Department of Corrections, Busick is set to be released on May 19th of this year. Busick was sentenced to 10 years with prison with 5 years of probation. He pleaded guilty to accessory to murder for the disappearance of the girls and the deaths of Danny and Kathy Freeman in Welch, Oklahoma. Busick was one of 3 individuals accused in the 1999 murder case and was originally charged in 2018. Kate Thompson, the Oklahoma Department of Corrections acting chief of communication, has told KOAM that Busick got credit for time served for his 3 years in county jail and that he also got credit at an accelerated rate.
He wasn't afraid of the police. He better be afraid of the BBI. That's the Bible Bureau of Investigation. Because we fought for 23 years, we'll continue to fight and we'll be there.
Busick now has 5 years probation and will have 1 year under supervision. For more updates on this story, follow along on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Back to you, Jalen.
Oklahoma is trying to entice new teachers. The new signing bonus program will offer teachers up to $50,000 to work 5 years in Oklahoma early elementary and special education classrooms next school year. State School Superintendent Ryan Walters says the signing bonuses will draw teachers from other state jobs and job sectors to alleviate Oklahoma's teacher shortage, particularly in rural areas and high poverty schools. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly announced that her administration's bipartisan transportation plan has committed more than $297 million to construct 8 expansion and modernization highway projects in eastern Kansas. The projects include the development of a diverging diamond interchange at US 40 Kansas Highway 10 close to Lawrence, widening the shoulders of certain sections of State Highway 7 in Crawford County.
Well, the benefit of widening is there's no shoulders on the road right now. If they widen it, it will, it'll give the traffic, avenue to get over a bit instead of just, getting off and trying to overcorrect. And that's when you see a lot of the rollovers occur.
Representatives from KDOT will be in Crawford County on May 5th to discuss the widening of highways with no shoulders. And now to weather, Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with a first look.
Well, it definitely was a gloomy day for us today, and we've been having those light, very light showers across the region, which you can see going on right now in Joplin. High temp only 62, should be topping out at 72. We started at 44 during the morning hours. Here are these light showers continuing to work through, but overall kind of slowly dying, and that's going to be the trend as we go through the overnight hours. But still some light showers, especially along the I-44 corridor. And as we work through the next few hours, you can see the showers kind of dying off and then eventually gone by the time we get into the morning hours. Temperatures right now, we're sitting mid-50s. We'll drop back later on tonight into the upper 40s, down to about 48. We'll start the day with some clouds. We'll end the day with mostly sunny skies. Of course, we're going to look at the weekend here in just a bit.
Folks in Crawford County got a chance to go back in time. The Crawford County Historical Museum is hosting Cowboy Days. It's a 2-day event. Today they had Campfire Night. It featured cowboys singing and poetry all around an evening campfire.
Some of us just don't want to give it up. I actually still rope and drag calves and open fire and brand them every year. And a lot of the guys here, they're still cowboys at heart, no matter whether it is 2023 or not. And we still love to ride horses. We still love music, and just to get together.
The event will continue tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Springtime means it's time to work on those gardens, and students at Rocky Comfort Elementary in McDonald County, Missouri, are giving you a chance to get a head start. The students today hosted their annual plant sale. Back in March, they planted 10,000 seedlings. Since then, the students have been watering, pruning, and tending to the plants to get them ready for the big day.
It goes into a student activity account. Our goal is to always make our money back. We've surpassed that goal the last 3 years, and so it goes for everything that we would use for student activities, field trips, technology, our 8th grade promotion, 8th grade field trip.
The sale continues tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The funds raised go back to the school-run greenhouse and other programs. Officials with Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College also did some planting today. NEO planted a memorial tree in honor of Tommy Dotson. Dotson served as the chairman of the NEO Development Foundation and also graduated from the college in 1982. He passed away in January. Officials say they wanted to give Dotson a lasting legacy to recognize everything he did for the school.
Our board is full of people that love NEO, and there's none that is more than Tommy Dotson. And so as I came to campus, you are learning to navigate new people, but he is the one that was behind us 1,000% to do whatever he could to help the foundation.
The tree was planted on the lawn of NEO's Commons Hall. Park Elementary students in Columbus, Kansas last month took part in a trike-a-thon and a walk-a-thon to raise money for St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's all in memory of a young boy named Dylan who lost his battle with cancer. Dylan's mother teaches at the school. Today, the school held an assembly to announce they raised more than $7,000 this year. Coming up, the latest efforts by the U.S. forces to evacuate Americans from the civil war in Sudan. Plus, Russia hits Ukraine with its most devastating strike in months, bombing a high-rise building. The CDC is easing up on vaccine requirements for international travelers. Those boarding flights to the United States will now be considered fully vaccinated 2 weeks after getting a single dose of either the Pfizer or Moderna mRNA vaccine anytime after August 16th of 2022, when bivalent formulations first became available. The travel requirements don't apply to U.S. citizens, lawful permanent residents, or immigrants. The U.S. State Department says it is helping Americans evacuate Sudan, getting them away from the violence that is currently tearing the country apart. Two rival generals are in the midst of a power struggle, which has turned the capital into a war zone. Reporter Dina Demetrius is following the story.
Drone video shows black smoke rising over a suburb of Sudan's capital, evidence of ongoing violence despite a truce between two warring generals. An estimated 16,000 U.S. nationals are living in Sudan. The State Department says it is doing everything it can to help those hoping to leave.
So far, fewer than 5,000 U.S. citizens have requested additional information from us. Of those, only a fraction have actively sought our assistance to depart Sudan.
Last weekend, the Navy's SEAL Team 6 helped airlift nearly 90 people out of the U.S. Embassy. Countries around the world are pulling their citizens out of Sudan.
We cannot guarantee travelers' safety, nor can we guarantee how long these departure options will be available.
The International Committee of the Red Cross is warning of a humanitarian crisis, with hospitals short on staff and medicine.
We estimate about close to 50,000 children who were being treated for malnutrition, who don't have access to that treatment.
But amid the devastation, a spark of positive energy. This baby boy was born in a car with the help of 3 hospital volunteers. The parents named him Mutansir, which means victorious. Dina Demetrius, CBS News.
Several hundred people have died since fighting began 2 weeks ago, including a few Americans. The United Nations, the U.S., and other countries brokered a truce that has helped evacuations, but has also not fully stopped the violence. 2 rockets hit 3 high-rise buildings, which included residential buildings and a warehouse, leaving at least 6 people dead and 9 injured in the small Ukrainian city of Uman. Search and rescue operations continue in Uman, a small city about 125 miles south of the capital, Kyiv. The attack was one of a barrage of Russian strikes across Ukraine. Officials say air defense systems shot down more than a dozen missiles and drones over Kyiv. The city still took damage, but there are no reports of civilian fatalities. A little later, we'll meet a Southeast Kansas high school senior who's already been a powerlifting national champion 3 times.
Plus showers sticking around tonight, but moving out for the weekend. Details next. Well, it definitely turned out to be a gloomy day for us today. A lot of clouds, and we've had some light showers, which we need so bad. The showers this week just really haven't been that heavy. Indigo sky, you can see the parking lots are wet, and that's what we're going to deal with over the next couple hours. Temperatures right now, most of us are sitting low to mid 50s. Eventually, we're going to drop back upper 40s later on tonight, but you can see some rain on the tower cam at 7th and range line. 54, northerly winds at about 10. Humidity, of course, is high at 90%. Showers next few hours, then clouds, and then we start breaking out with some sunshine during the morning hours. Overnight low down to about 48. But you can see the rain. Heaviest rain are the little yellow splotches, which have been decreasing over the past couple hours. But most of the showers now along the I-44 corridor. So from Pittsburgh to Joplin to Neosho, Miami, Carthage. But much farther north and west of that, you can see really drying out southeastern Kansas all the way back toward Fort Scott and Nevada. Bigger storms today, they've stayed to our south down through parts of Texas. That's where the severe weather has been. And you can see this little wave here. Here's our jet stream straight out of Canada. So because we're getting that cooler air out of Canada, we didn't have to deal with a severe weather event as this rolled through today because it's just a little bit too cool. Once this big dome of high pressure, you can see the spin out across really Las Vegas, breaks down next week, then we warm up. Then we got the chances for thunderstorms to return. Rain chances decreasing through the night, so the weekend is going to be dry. You can see the showers just kind of falling apart over the next few hours. Here's 2 a.m. We'll stop at about 7 a.m., starting with clouds. Then watch the sun break out, lower 60s by noon. Once we get into the afternoon, pretty good day. 67 Anderson, 68 in Miami, Pittsburgh, 67 in Lamar. Tomorrow night, a weak cold front drops through. A little bit colder. We drop back into lower 40s for overnight lows. Then on Sunday, a little bit cooler, but still a great day. High temps into the mid 60s Sunday afternoon. All right, additional rainfall tonight. Not much, under 1/10 of an inch, because these showers are only going to be sticking around for the next couple hours. Day planner for you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Some clouds, 53. By 1, mid 60s, getting into the upper 60s. As we get into the afternoon, and plenty of sunshine for us tomorrow afternoon. All right, so what's next? We start to warm up next week. Next storm system really gets in by Wednesday with some afternoon thunderstorms. Thunderstorm chances on Thursday. Some of these could be strong, possibly severe. Thunderstorm chances on Friday. Some of these could be strong, possibly severe. We need the rain, plus we really warm up. 67 tomorrow, 64 on Sunday. Monday 66, 70 Tuesday, 77 on Wednesday, and then the 80s, 81 Thursday, 83 on Friday. Thunderstorm chances Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, clearing out next weekend.
Rain, rain, rain. That's all we're looking forward to.
Yeah, we need the rain bad. This is going down as the 3rd driest April ever.
Whew,
it's
man.
crazy.
All right, hopefully May we have some better fortunes.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, thank you, Doug. Sharks have a reputation for being one of the scariest fish in the sea, and Florida was recently named the shark bite capital of the world. That's according to new figures which also show worldwide shark attacks are at the lowest levels in years. Last year, there were 57 unprovoked shark bites worldwide, 16 in Florida. Of the attacks, 5 were fatal. Experts say you can minimize the risk of a shark encounter by swimming with a buddy closer to shore and avoiding water at night. Still ahead, Girard takes on Columbus for a big softball matchup. We'll go through the highlights next in sports.
Well, Girard is 9-3 overall and 7-1 in the CNC. Columbus is 10-1 and 5-1 in the CNC and on an 11-game winning streak. Tonight, the two teams clash for a big matchup. Columbus at home hosting Girard. This game was rained out yesterday, so we'll just play it on today. Bottom of the first, no score. Katie Mooney goes opposite field, and that goes all the way to the fence. 2 runs come in to score. For the Titans, it's 2-0 Columbus after a 2-run double. Love the celebration there. Later in the inning, J-Rod at the plate. Jalen Rodriguez drives this on a rope to left field. She will be out second base, but Katie Mooney had plenty of time to score. So the RBI single makes it 3-0 Titans. To the bottom of the fourth now, 5-0 Columbus. Taryn Billings goes all the way to the fence with a swing and a drive. That's an RBI double and makes Columbus up 6-0 now. So to the top of the fifth, Girard won't go down easy yet. Bailey Toik crushes this to the fence, stays in the park. Toik turns this into an RBI triple. Girard down 8-1, but a little too late for Girard. Columbus wins this one 9-6 or 9-5 over the Trojans. So in game 2 of that doubleheader, Columbus goes on and sweeps Girard. They win this one 10-5. Columbus now is on a 13-game winning streak. Well, the Missouri Southern Lions have made it to the final weekend of the Division II college baseball regular season. They come into tonight only 1 game behind Central Missouri for first place in the MIAA standings. Tonight, Missouri Southern is on the road in St. Joseph, taking on the Missouri Western Griffins. Missouri Southern picks up a big win on the road. It was another offensive showcase. 4 different Lions homered in this game. Tragan Parker goes 2 for 5 with a home run, 2 RBIs. Chayton Beck with a similar stat line, going 1 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Lions back at tomorrow at 1 p.m. In Pittsburgh, the final regular season homestand for the Gorillas, hosting Washburn. Top of the first, Pitt State down 2-1. Caden Bessler chips this one into left field. Ike Book will score 3-1 Washburn. Later in the inning, check this out. Otto Jones for the Ichabods hits this one into the gap. Both outfielders almost collide right here and touch them all. He is rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling all the way home for an inside the park 3-run home run. Ichabods up 6-1. Pitt State looking to rally now. Bottom of the 6th, down 9-2. Carson Coffey, bases loaded, no one out. Ground rule double. So now down 9-4. Later in the inning, Joe Hamilton at the plate for the Gorillas. He'll line this shot up the middle. It's a 2-run single for Pitt State. Not enough for a comeback. 9-6 game. Pitt State falls at home, losing to the Ichabods 9-6. Well, Southeast Kansas high school senior and now a 3-time powerlifting national champion, KOAM Sports Director Jacob Leonard introduces us to Jenny Witt as she continues her career in a small town to a national champion.
Like many Southeast Kansas kids, St. Paul's Jenny Witt grew up working on the family farm.
It taught me a lot of discipline. You know, working on a farm just shows you how to work hard.
She could throw an old 50-pound feed bag on her shoulder and carry it around, so I knew then she was pretty strong.
That strength soon became evident to more than just her family.
When she was in 8th grade, she went to summer weights, and at the end of weights, the coach came up to me and said, "Your daughter's pretty strong. You need to take her to some weightlifting meets."
That's exactly what her parents did.
When we first started, it didn't really matter how much weight we put on the bar, she lifted it.
And it has paid off.
Here I have my national medal from this year and my national medal from last year and my national medals from 2021.
Earlier this month, Witt won her 3rd consecutive powerlifting national championship to finish her high school career. She leaves St. Paul with 3 national titles, 3 state championships, and 12 state records in 3 different weight classes.
A lot of joy and a lot of thankfulness to everybody who's helped me get to where I am, and I'm very grateful for all the opportunities that I've had.
But even more impressive than all of her medals and trophies is the balancing act that it took to make it all happen.
I am in softball and track, and then powerlifting. Technically, it kind of goes through the winter and spring seasons. During the winter, I played volleyball, I did cheer, and then a dance club as well.
She's been very disciplined on that and kind of sets her own schedule. And in early years, there was some 6 o'clock in the morning workouts, you know, out in our loft in the shed.
It is hard, very hard. It's all worth it in the end because, you know, it's things that I love to do, and so you make time for the things you love to do.
And Vit will continue her powerlifting career after high school at Friends University in Wichita, Kansas.
Man, that's awesome. Hopefully we can continue to follow her career.
Absolutely, yes.
All right, that's a look at sports. We're back with more after this. Instead of spending time at home looking for those lost keys, you may want to call your previous Uber driver. The rideshare company releasing its 7th annual Uber Lost and Found Index. It is a collection of common items riders leave behind. Some of the items seem commonplace, such as phones, clothing, wallets, and jewelry. Others, such as fake blood, a lightsaber, or a dog, may have you a bit stunned. The company says there's also an uptick in eggs being left behind. If I were an Uber driver, I would keep the lightsaber. Everything else, you know, they can take
I
back.
have a set of my Mustang keys at the Seattle International Airport.
Oh.
For a year and a half, but I'm not going back there. Well, actually, I'm going to be there in August. I may pick them up.
All right, perfect. All right, what do we have in the weather?
The shower's ending over the next few hours, and then sunshine returns tomorrow. Pretty nice day, 67.
Well, day 2 of the draft wrapping up. The Kansas City Chiefs taking Rasheed Rice, wide receiver SMU, and Wenya Morris, I believe it is, tackle out of Oklahoma. Yep. So if you're planning on going to the draft, be sure to be ready to stand for a long time because it's going to be a while. But it's great atmosphere out there in Kansas City.
Start at noon tomorrow?
Starts at 11 a.m. So
how many more picks do they have left?
I honestly don't know. They've been training so much, I haven't been able to keep up with it. But really excited to see what the Chiefs can do.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see you here tomorrow.